Recently, my son and I were driving home from a watch party for the Colorado-Nebraska football game. We were listening to post-game comments about the Huskers' convincing win over the Buffs and their final Big 12 battle before each departs, respectively, for the Big 10 and Pac-12 conferences. Over the radio, CU's interim head coach Brian Cabral, who had led the Buffs to impressive wins over Iowa State and Kansas State since replacing Dan Hawkins, was talking about his chances of earning the job permanently. He mentioned that, yes, he wants the job, but it is really out of my control at this point. As we drove quietly toward home with the sun disappearing along the Centennial State's purple mountain majesty known as the Front Range, Cabral's "it's really out of my control" statement permeated my marrow. It made me think of the serenity prayer that starts with, "God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." I had first heard the prayer years ago while attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings in support of a family member struggling with alcohol abuse. It's one of those, at least in my opinion, simple to say and affirm, but not easy to execute kind of statements. The prayer is attributed to Reinhold Niebuhr, an American theologian of the early to mid-20th century, who admits, "It might have been spooking around for years, even centuries, but I honestly believe I wrote it myself." The serenity to accept things we cannot change. Wow, two painful divorces I fought hard to avoid immediately come to mind. Each married produced an amazing child. Each divorce rocked their world. But with time as the great healer, this unwanted and unexpected journey has become a blessing in bringing a wonderful woman into my life. Son and daughter, almost 21 and 14 now respectively, adore her as well. Along with my kids' respective mothers and their new families, we joke, we put the fun in dysfunction. All joking aside, I do struggle with how divorce may affect the kids' thoughts about relationships. I hope and pray my behavior in dealing with life's disappointments, home, work, and elsewhere, will always be an example to them of, as I wrote about in my third book, turning lemons, the heck with lemonade, into sweet and savory margaritas, learning to accept the things we cannot change. Brian Cabral cannot change the disappointing outcome of a game where victory probably would have guaranteed him the job as CU's next football coach. I can't change two divorces. You can't change fill in the blank. What we can change is our perspective concerning life's challenges. Let's vow to encourage one another to never grow weary of being students, not victims of our experiences. It takes courage and wisdom, but it is so worth the effort. If you'd like to sign up for the Pep Talk email newsletter, it's really easy. Just go to my website, seekvictory.com. On the homepage, upper right-hand corner, just type in your email address, and you're going to receive a new Pep Talk video and blog each Sunday afternoon. Now, while on the site, if you click on books, you'll find my 3 efforts. Any of them might be just what the doctor ordered for yourself or a loved one who might need a little encouragement right now to effectively deal with change, challenge, and adversity.